Horror movies. Most horror movies that I have seen have been enjoyable. Those aren't the kinds that we are looking at today. Today, we are covering horror movies that you probably have never heard of. For good reason. I have sacrificed hours to watch this movie, so please leave a like and a sub to mend my wounded soul. Just kidding, you don't have to. And if you have heard of these movies for some reason, let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into it. Just as the title says, yes, I didn't read that wrong. Amityville Thanksgiving. You cannot make this shit up. The movie opens up with this old-fashioned looking camera thing with the credits, and as you can tell, this is gonna be a low-budget film. Then, boom! Title drop, baby! Followed by some more random B-roll shots. Meet Frank. He's apparently a couples therapist, and as you can see, he looks down a lot. Definitely not looking down in the script, right? Right? He invites this couple out to his cabin for Thanksgiving dinner since their marriage was having troubles, in hopes to spark their relationship. Meet Jackie and Danny. Jackie basically talks about how Danny doesn't satisfy her sexual needs anymore, and that he's become more distant. Oh, and he has developed a gambling addiction, paying no attention to his responsibilities, and basically acting like a child. And while she is confiding in Frank, he makes these suspect moves like putting his hand on her thigh and saying things like, "If her sexual needs aren't being satisfied, are you willing or already looking anywhere else to satisfy them?" While being pretty freaky about it. And she's just like, nah. Yeah, she just says nah. If that ain't loyalty, I don't know what is. Now, Danny's problem with her is that she keeps nagging him, and that's pretty much it. I kid you not. Frank then goes and says, "Did you ever think of putting something into her mouth for her to quit nagging?" Like, what the fuck? And the way he said it, we all know what he's talking about. Then they just start talking about very detailed sex. Frank literally brings up 69ing. No joke. Like 7 minutes into this movie and I already don't want to finish making this video. But I will prevail. Finally, after like 10 fucking minutes of bullshit, they finish their initial therapy session and Frank reveals he left hidden cameras around the house to monitor their progress. We then pan over to Frank and enter this guy. I forgot his name, and frankly, I don't want to go back to get it, but he's another therapist, and I kid you not, he shows up at Frank's door and is like, "I didn't know there was another therapist in town." Like they're standing off in a freaking Western movie. He comes bearing the news that a couple that he had counseled has gone missing since last Thanksgiving. I just realized this is basically a holiday movie. Like, what the fuck? Okay, and somehow he knows that after they left him, they went to Frank's. The guy then starts to interrogate Frank because I guess he was looking into him and noticed that other couples have also gone missing after Frank has seen them. Alright, enough of Frank. Let's see how the couple is doing. Now, I don't want to be very picky with this movie for obvious reasons, but why the fuck are they wearing sunglasses when it's not even sunny? And what the hell are those? Danny rightfully doesn't trust Frank. And then they start bickering about it, with Danny being like, he's a murderer. He was talking about how you like to be fingered, and she brushes it off. Then randomly, he just sees a fucking Ouija board and is like, "See? He's a fucking psycho!" Out of nowhere, that therapist guy jumps out of the bush to talk to Danny and Jackie. But my question is, how did he even find them? Frank did not tell him anything. We also learned that Frank is apparently not a licensed counselor. He tries to convince them to leave and they're just like, "No, I'm good." Danny finds a laptop and of course the first thing he says is, "Let's see if he has porn on here." But what they find is another couple that Frank worked with. Jackie tells Danny to stop looking at it because it's wrong and goes upstairs to get freaky. But Danny stays behind to look at porn. Yes, that's right. His wife is upstairs getting ready to smash and he's looking at porn. Now, I cannot make this shit up if I wanted to. She finds a fucking turkey outfit in the closet. Just let that sink in for a little bit. They go to bed and Jackie wants to have some sexy time, but Danny says no and goes to sleep on the couch. And that's when he spots this random lady looking for Frank. And when asking who she is, he lists like different things, right? Like, are you his daughter? And she just says, sure. He takes that at face value, by the way. Before she leaves, she's like, don't mess with the Ouija board. Then it just cuts to the morning. Oh man, this is fucking taking years off my life. He talks about it with Frank and blah, 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 not important. Then that night, he uses the board again and the planchette flies off. And he's like, huh?
Kill your wife. The shotgun is in the cabinet. But first, you must fornicate with her.
What the hell is this? Holy shit. Like, what is that? Come on, I know this is a low budget film, but that just looks like shit. I guess this is Danny being possessed. This guy in the makeup tells him to kill Jackie, but first make love to her. While taking off his shirt, he flexes and makes these weird noises. It's like he thinks he's the Hulk or some shit. For the first time since they have been at the cabin, he makes love to her, and while he's pumping it good, he makes these fucking hilarious grunts like, damn, she must got that grip on lock. After intercourse, you can hear the man, or I guess ghost, saying the gun is in the kitchen. And with how the camera is set up, it's like a hidden camera, right? Like we're seeing this from Frank's hidden cameras. How the fuck is there a camera right in front of her face and she hasn't noticed it? She calls Frank over instead of the police, and when he gets there in the morning, he tells her that if Danny is this violent, then their marriage might not survive. I think I get what's happening here now. I mean, the lady earlier was confirmed to be one of his patients, and he's a couples therapist, right? So where is her partner? I think he's like using ghosts to make sure the marriage fails or kills the guy, and uses the women for, you know. Frank kicks Danny out and gets him a motel while he stays with Jackie. Then this No, you know what? I don't care. This is clearly a fucking guy. This guy shows up and I don't know, just touches her. Maybe this is supposed to be the ghost influencing her or something. Like, I don't fucking know anymore. Then she goes back on the laptop and we see this couple being like overly gay. The white guy on the right is like, don't shave. I hate it when you shave. The next time you shave your body hair, we are over. We are bears. We have to be hairy. Like, what the hell? This segment goes on for a long time, but the black guy disappears and the other dude is like, where is he? I'm assuming he's talking to Frank, and out of nowhere, this shitty ass jump scare happens. Did that get ya? It's okay. No need to be ashamed. It was pretty scary. At this point, Frank isn't trying to hide his schemes anymore, and he's like, I didn't know what to do with Enrique, which is the black guy, by the way. He had a lot of meat on his bones. I stuffed his liver in him and had enough meat for 2 Thanksgivings. I had to use them for something. I don't know how to work with these kind of people.
What the fuck?
Hey, that's what I was thinking, Jackie. Now, it's too dark for me to see who it is, but I think it was one of the ghosts fucking someone dressed as a turkey, and they put in like this turkey sound that I'm pretty sure is just somebody doing it. She calls Frank over, and with the influence of the ghost, he convinces her to have sex. They use this fucking Google image of sex and this stock sound effect of moans. Like, no freaking effort put into this movie, I swear. Regretting what she did, she panics and you would have never guessed it. Another shitty jump scare. Like, just look at her face. What the hell even is that? And this goes on for a while. Being very spooked, she makes her way down to the kitchen where she finds Frank looking like a rebellious teenager with the ghost and Danny. He says that since he impregnated her, he's going to be immortal, and according to Frank, she will live forever too. We soon learned that one therapist guy was also killed by Frank. Apparently, we learned after that Jackie didn't live either, having to do something with her not getting inseminated. So he just killed her and is using both Jackie and Danny for Thanksgiving dinner. Assuming that this new segment takes place a little after all this. Oh my goodness, he's not even wearing a suit. He's definitely not looking at his script while doing this part. From this news segment, we learned that Frank is still doing what Frank does best. Yep, nobody, not even the cops or the feds, can figure out this obvious fucking murder charge. Peak acting, everybody. Not saying I could do better. This shit drags, but this is the new couple's boyfriend that Frank was working with. He tells us how Frank was being a pervert again, and frankly, they should have left. He tried to make it look like he was crying, but come on, this is obviously a yawn. I just realized that his name is literally Frank Demonico. Holy fuck. Frank is now shown to be on some sort of life support, but I thought he was immortal. I guess not. He gives a monologue that sounds like a kid going through it, you know, pretending to have dark powers and shit. Cue in some more B-rolls. That news guy that looked unprofessional opens a package and apparently Frank has his daughter now. Yeah, that's right. Frank has his freaking daughter.
Eugene Tolerance here. Tonight we'll be discussing a local economist named Jack Tolerance. No relation.
Wait. What? His fucking name was Jack West, not whatever the fuck this guy just said. Like, this movie can't even get names right. But hey, at least this guy has nicer clothes on for a news reporter. Jack West goes missing, as well as his daughter and Frank. This then segues to an investigator that says he finally found evidence that Frank is responsible for the several disappearances. After that long ass investigator segment, it cuts to this random guy. His sister is apparently missing, and I'm sorry, I'll be transparent. At this point, when the movie is so close to being done, I just stopped listening to this fucking guy yap, and it just ends. Yeah, the movie just ends. Well, that was Amityville Thanksgiving. Now, of course, after watching it entirely, it feels like they just used the Amityville name as a hook to get people to watch it. The movie is garbage, man. I'll be honest. 2 out of 10. Would not watch again. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. If you want this series to continue, please leave a like and a sub if you can. If not, as always, I'm just really glad that you're here. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.